This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Now into our conversation, my dear listener. I know some of you have a desire to settle down, all right, this year. And you say, yes, my intention today, and I'm praying that God will help me find a partner, okay? But now, on the other end, Benjamin has always said it, okay, that you must first of all find yourself before actually having the desire to find somebody else. But the question here is, how do you find yourself? In case you're wondering how you are going to find yourself, Benjamin has something in store for you. And that is why, as we continue having this conversation, my dear listener, I want you to get in touch with Benjamin because I want you to experience Benjamin one-on-one, all right? So that he can take you through, because some of us are battling silent battles, and that is why we are not in a position to settle down, all right? Yes, that is the number. +254 115 895 267 is the number that is gonna make you position yourself so that you can actually settle down and have a happy marriage thereafter. Okay, if you are a single person, you better be excited because Benjamin wants you to smile. All right, how will Benjamin make you to smile? Call that number. Benjamin is going to give you a secret of how you are going to smile, because you know we are preparing ourselves for Valentine. All right, you know that. How are you preparing yourself for Valentine? Benjamin is here. He's going to take you through on how he's going to prepare you so that you can position yourself better for you to attract that person. Okay, Benjamin will tell you, ladies attract men chairs. There is a big difference there. So how do you do that? First, find yourself before finding the other person. That is exactly why Benjamin has joined me in studio this morning, so that we can continue this conversation. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning, Bramal, and I'm happy that you have been very consistent. A lot of ladies like your voice. They keep asking, is Bramwell taken? Is Bramwell taken?
Benjamin.
And I just like the way you feel. Somebody can sense you are in your element. You're not forcing it. You know, some people doing radio because they have no other job. They have a connection. They could find a tall uncle somewhere to get them in. I had one employer saying she does not discriminate against kids from well-to-do families, but she has noticed a problem with them that if you are not conscious, you want to solve it. They were taken to the best schools, they were taken to the best companies, they have their parents, and that's what we are hoping to give our children. So we are not saying it's a bad thing, but I was saying when you are carried on a silver platter too long, you become entitled and soft, and you begin to think this, so you become more of an observer. You read from outside, you did radio from outside, things from outside. So for Brahma, from inside. So she was saying the poor kids, nobody to scrape and wait at tables, spill coffee, be shouted at, humble themselves, work for free, prove their point, wait for long, small salary, trek some distance. Okay, that's majority of Africa, but we are saying it's the poor kids. So the Brahmas and us otherwise. So what that was saying, she said those one became players from childhood, not observers. They had to participate in getting food for the family. They had to also participate in contributing ideas how we are going to at the challenge of the leaking roof. So okay, he started solving problems when you're in class 4.
Yes.
There is no sugar and there is no parent at home. You are the oldest and you're only class 4. So you should look for breakfast for children. Yes. You negotiate with the shopkeeper. How you have 10 shillings now, and you will convince the other uncle to add the other 20, and that he should trust you with the sugar, and you will come back. So they were saying this pressurized lack, environment of lack, if you take it well, it forces you to learn how to play part, manage your things. When you finally get a job like this one, you're not doing it with an attitude of entitlement. It's a privilege. You've been looking for a place to actually see the world, be heard by the world. You forget. Actually, one way I used to work for free because people don't pay you before they know you. They try to use you. Be careful, especially Christian institutions. Only God can bless you. You know, yes, God bless you, God bless you. And you trek home. They told you to be blessed. And James said, he told them, not just blessed with the mouth, blessed with the substance. Yes. But then, you are looking for platform, for opportunity. You don't negotiate on some things too much. So I used to give a lot of talks. So whenever they called me and they're not paying anything, I would register in my head, they're paying me 100,000. So I would deceive my head that I'm being paid a lot of money. So then I give it my energy and I do it because I had been told until you behave like you deserve it, you never deserve it.
Yes.
So make it when you do radio from inside and you are with your people and they're waiting to just feel entertained. So the conversation we're having today is touching on where you are today and where these people are.
Yeah.
The rule number one to prepare to become yourself before you try to find a lover is never think of marrying when you're under your parents' care.
Okay.
Don't entertain romantic feelings when you're being paid fees for, when you're being accommodated, when you are jumping a stage and you regret it. Life does not accommodate. I asked you the other day, what is the fairness of a cow that does not understand flotation and sinking, drowning, or a child who has never studied the physics of combustion? If they step in fire, they still burn. Where is the fairness there? Life is not fair. Stop looking for fairness. And you guys have developed sayings. Life no balance. You tell me where is the balance? When a cow tell me where are you coming from? If a deer who was born today must run from a lion, a deer
Yes.
who was born just today. When I take it to the jungle, telling me, they are the survival of the fittest, and you think you are exempt. You think you are exempt from the survival for the fittest. Hey, don't think romance, think survival.
Okay.
Start there. The thing that is threatening your existence is not that nobody kissed you, nobody told you how you have nice lips, how they like your cheek, nobody praised your eyes. You won't die from that. You'll die from another lion called landlord.
True. They'll come for you.
And we have nothing about landlords. We are trying to join that club in any case. Yes. I might be your landlord. One day, you'll see me here and so we are trying to own properties, but we are saying your own accommodation, your living costs, your food, your travel. The biggest battle in life involves money, not men, not women. Stop fantasizing men and women romance. When you are early in life, you are starting the wrong end.
Okay.
People watched Sarafina and they saw kids in high school talking romance. Sarafina is secondary school romance. And it got in their head. That was a script they were playing.
Yes.
To get money. Somebody was looking for money.
Yes.
And you took it all the way thinking it's real romance. The theme of that movie was not even romance, was the spice. But they were trying to fight for liberation. It's about apartheid. It was about the segregation. But that story of secondary schoolers. So today you hear Form 2 telling you she's virgin. What else could you be, dummy? Form 2, virgin. Why are you using that language on yourself when you're in secondary school? What is the point of, what if a boyfriend, is that wrong, boyfriend? Form 2.
Talking about boyfriend. Form 2.
You're natural, you have feelings. I expect you to be curious and to ask questions.
Yeah.
We're not saying that you should not, but why are you already in the thing trying to do it when you've not secured your survival on this earth? You can die for putting love before life.
Yeah.
Young people, you are the ones I'm starting with because I'm going to mature conversations now. I don't like wiping people diapers every day. I'm just starting the diapers shortly before I leave. The business of diapers is mainly, we are just doing it because we have to.
Yes.
We are babysitting kids who have attitudes.
Entitlement.
And today the grown-ups who committed the mistakes these kids are committing, they're telling me to not stop. They tell me, when I eloped to be with a boyfriend at 18, at 19, when I started entertaining a man first year college, if only there was somebody in a public square shouting like you guys the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
They're telling me, continue saying it. You may save one or two and it's worth it. Why do they indulge? Feelings fly very high. When you are young, you imagine euphoria. So your biology starts to ask for indulgence. That class 7 kid who the boy crossed his hand to give something to another boy when they're seated in a bus. So it's a girl seated and a boy passed his hand behind her and then accidentally touched her skin. And she felt electricity. So she came and asked the mother, why, when Dennis was giving James the pen and touched my neck accidentally, why did I feel electricity? So they're already feeling electricity. The only way she could relate is the electric shock. So, but this one was sweet electricity. So she wanted to know, why did she feel electricity when her boy touched? So these toddlers are feeling electricity. And they're very impatient. They're running there to delve in, to jump deep. Yeah. They are very impatient. I want to ask them, the feelings have arrived so that they can do what Genesis God told Cain. Sin stands at the door. It seeks to have you, but you must learn to master it. Youth is a time to master sin.
All right. Youth is a time to master sin.
It seeks to have you. If you don't master it, it will have you, to swallow you. Cain was swallowed.
True.
God has given you trust, and trust is a dangerous thing because he has stepped aside to see how you will behave. He gave one 5 talents, another one 2 talents, another 1 talent, then he went. He went on a long journey. Yeah. God has gone on a long journey. He is not here physically to impose. You can do anything you want, by the way.
Yeah.
He is not dictating. He has given you talents, opportunity, youth, gifts, then he has gone on a long way. The one who was given 1 talent dug a hole. Yeah. How many youth are digging holes?
So many.
Of pornography?
So many.
Digging holes of addictions? Of drugs? Digging holes and hid it there? We are digging holes to hide our gifts. The one who had 2 was more responsible. He invested. Sometimes God does not dictate the details of your investment. He has also given you preferences. He has given you free will. He hopes that you'll be asking with him, which direction do you think? Where do you want? What's your perfect will? But the nitty-gritties, he tells you, see what you can do with it. God is not a micromanager. I used to think, I don't know why religious people made us think so. God is not a micromanager. He does not force you to wear a blue t-shirt, not the black one. He tells you, see what you can do with it. That's what it is, see what you can do.
Yeah.
He has given you a mind. Somebody said, God gave you a brain so you can give him some rest. He is your father, but also your father, even when you are friends with your father, he doesn't like it when you have to ask which shoe to wear.
Yeah.
He showed you when you were young how to tie shoes. At this point now, choose shoes. Which one do you like? So God has stepped aside to see what you will do. Your body is one of the gifts. Your emotions is one of the gifts. Your mind is one of the gifts. The time is one of the you have time. If you count, you find that you have about 5 talents. This show you're listening is one of the talents.
Yeah.
Talent means a resource. The resources you're being given the sense of direction. And the young people, I want to depart from you by leaving with this. Some of us, me in primary, we did it by hearing whispers. Yeah. There was so much shout about dancing, fun, indulge. But another whisper kept saying, sin stands at the door. Yeah. You must learn to master it. King James gives it a personality. He stands at the door. His desire is to have you. His desire is to have you. But you must learn to master him. King James gives it a personality. Yeah. Some of your desires, sometimes they have a brain of their own. Why do they come up when opportunity is in front of you? How did they know that you are being extended a sponsorship? How did they know that now this is the time? I don't know, but there's something with your desires. It's like they know what is happening. They are quiet when there's no. When opportunity comes, now they come up. Surely. True. If you observe the pattern of your temptation, they come at the wrongest time. Observe. Yeah. I don't know the whole, but I know these are not just non-living things. It's like they know when I need to concentrate. When I need to sit the exam. That's when that girl you can't resist starts texting. True. She's not aware of what you are doing. Where did she come from such an hour like this? Be careful. So this is the season to master your desires, to master your urges, to say no to sexual temptation, to delay gratification, to position yourself at the center. Number 2, so one way to, before you reach singleness, all these young people are tuning in, hoping we will titillate their feelings. Let me tell you another race in front of you, that if you lose it, you lose all. The race to find your place in life. Fulfillment does not come from sex. They've been told that it's like sex is what gives life fulfillment. Sex is the icing. The real thing that gives you fulfillment is applying your life to your cause, changing society, impacting lives. It's your gifts that will give you the deepest form of fulfillment. Find your place where your gifts have developed those gifts, then fight to enter the market. Market entry is difficult. Nobody was waiting for you, you have to prove. So do that fight first. Marry like Bramwell when you are holding something that can pay salon without borrowing Tala.
True.
Many couples are fighting because of money.
Yeah.
It's not love.
Money.
It's because of resentment that you can't give what I want. What I'm giving is not enough. You're not contented. They married before they could stand on their feet. So they keep falling. They keep falling. If you're in college, never remove your clothes for anybody. You may be given a dependent when you also are dependent.
Yeah.
You get a dependent when you also are dependent. Your battle is quadrupled, multiplied by 4. It is increased many times over. The second rule now, those who are of age.
We are done with wiping diapers. Of age.
So the pre-25s, all of you, you can buy a book called Dreams Before Dating. Just contact me. I've written it specifically for you guys to tell you what to do before you arrive dating, so that you can date a good quality person. People have qualities. When you have developed yourself, you date a person of class, a person of decency, a person of a higher level of morality and wakefulness, because you're also awakened. You can have conversations that have meaning and depth. Now you can date there and marry there. So occupy yourself with that exclusively. And if you're a young man, never log into a pornography site. You go in, you will struggle to come out. And it can consume your life and your brain all the days of your productive years. Pornography is very dangerous, and it is the first thing the phones are suggesting. When you find yourself alone and you want excitement and you're tired and you're looking for thrill, you think that's something you can have. You go in, you will struggle to come out. Don't dare it. It eats at your confidence. And for the young women, the temptation is to be obsessed with your body, taking photos of the other part and try to put it out there, try to compare with the other, and try to look for validation. That is the temptation of the women. The temptation of the men is pornography. The temptation of the women is body obsession. And trying to improve this part and improve the other, expose the other, and looking for somebody to keep praising you. Heal your childhood wounds. In that book, I've explained that everybody almost has something to work on.
Exactly.
Almost everyone.
Yeah.
More so in Africa, where families, the survival was so stiff. People abandoned you, they hurt you, they were also frustrated, they told you things that will hurt you, that damaged your confidence, and you need to forgive, write letters, you need to process, revisit, cry, and release, and rest. There's some things you have to work on.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in college, you have been given one chance in millennia. Most of women were not allowed to go to school. If you're a girl today and you're in college, you're the culmination of millennia of fighting to get a woman a chance to go to school. Your grandmothers never saw it. In Africa, it's women that are stepping. Anyone stepping college today can become Selena, who was in NIBS, that girl who did Celestine Gashui, the girl who did the Selena character. She said she was in college, she had those auditions, and she went and tried, and that's where her stardom came. She was thinking of auditions, not boyfriend. She was thinking of acting and developing a career. That's my suggestion. Use your college time to heal, to try gifts. The temptations will be there. You see other guys they're having romantic experiences. They are planning disaster. They're planting seeds of regret. They will cry 10 times over, even if they seem to be happy now. They're wasting planting time. Proverbs 6 says that learn from the termite, you sluggard ones. Learn from insects, that they know which season to plant, to harvest and store, so that they will not be hungry. This is the season to harvest. This is time to store. This is time to position yourself. So before you're 25, force yourself to concentrate and stay in place. Now, those who are 25 and above, we have a conference coming up for you and we'll be discussing more. But I want to tell you 3 things you need to do. Number 1, you do not marry for the thrill, for the feelings, for loneliness, because your groups is getting married, because you want to tick the box, because you want to give birth. Many people are so very eager to get children.
Yeah.
And that thing of, I wanted to get a child by the time I'm 26, I wanted to get my children, I'm young, I wanted children. Don't just think of getting a child, think of where you take the child.
Good.
Don't just stop at your selfish satisfaction of ticking a box. Move on to see what competitive age you will give the child, the quality of life. You can't be giving birth to children in a slum, in a dingy house that has no resources and light. And you're saying, I wanted to get my children by this age, and you're adding children in a place where you have no electricity and food, and there's no playground, it's a sewage, and it's stinking. And why are we doing that? Why are you giving children childhood they have to hail from? Why are you hurrying to fulfill an urge in you that now I'm a man, now I have a wife? What quality of life are you giving that family? Okay. Obsess yourself with where you are by the time you're getting married, not how old you are. Now I'm getting married. One girl was crying that now she's 25, she has been keeping herself pure and doesn't even pay. I'm desperate, I'm not getting anybody. Virginity alone is good. It has saved you from disasters. When you keep yourself purity, you have clean conscience. But that's not enough. Now you have to decide the kind of life. So I'm telling you 3 parameters I'm going to decide before you get married. Make a decision about lifestyle. Decide on the lifestyle you want. What neighborhood to live. You may start where you are, but where are you going? And how soon? Put timelines. Everybody has a wish to live in good places.
Yeah.
Wish. Wishes are just wishes. Do you have a resolve and a determination? I will live in such a place. Decide on lifestyle. And when you're dating, table it. Mention it and see whether it sits well with them. If you do not have the specifics of areas, do what I did. Come up with an amount of money.
Okay.
A figure that you can throw.
And see whether it will sit well with them.
Mention a type of car. Look for indicators of that lifestyle. And mention them as you interact with the potentials.
Okay.
Many people are afraid of success. They think if they get rich, they'll be shot dead.
Yeah.
Some people like Prado from outside. From?
Outside.
They can't imagine it from?
Inside.
It has aesthetic looks.
Yes.
Mercedes-Benz looks good to look at. But do you see yourself inside it? Now describe yourself inside wealth and see whether this person, tell them I'm trying to get in. Trying to get into Keleleshwa. I'm trying to get in Kitsu. I'm trying. That's my plan. That's my direction. That's my next stop. I'm in Roysambo now, but my campus says Runda. I'm where my parents left me. This is what I had to start with, but I'm not staying. Mention I was using staggering figures like I want to be a billionaire in 10 years. Look for something to drive a Range Rover. Right now I'm driving Mitsubishi, but I want to drive Mitsubishi. Decide on lifestyle clearly. Many people are breaking up because of lifestyle.
Yeah.
One of them is comfortable with lack, the other one wanted abundance, but they did not factor it during negotiation.
Yeah.
It's only before you purchase that you can negotiate.
True.
Tell them, where do you see your future in 10 years? Let me tell 10 years. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. You see, 10 years from now, 2023, 2033, I will be like Malaika. Somewhere where there is quiet and nature and cleanliness and peace. A place where I can dream big. Karen, someplace. You can even show them photos you have taken to show what you admire. Do you see this kind of neighborhood? this is my best. Me, I'm trying to go there. If they believe it's not possible, they lose interest. You have saved yourself disaster.
Yeah.
They also know getting there takes work. Some people don't work like that.
True.
Climbing is work. Believing, researching, saving, stretching yourself, earning more, thinking outside the box. If I'm working for radio and you know what they can pay can't take me there, I have to think outside the box.
Yeah.
I want to be an accountant, a junior accountant, entry level, and to get 10 years, I want to be a millionaire. I have to think outside the box. I have to think mastery, I have to think investment, I have to think multiply my income, and multiply my income is in multiply my value. I have to study more, read more, I have to spend more hours at night. I can't just be giving birth like a tape. If you are going far and you marry a woman whose achievement is child every year. You marry a really traditional girl who wanted 8 children. They are your children. The problem is who you chose to journey life with.
Yeah.
Somebody interviewed billionaires and people who are 100 million USD, 100 million and above. Billionaires and millionaires. Asking them, if you filter down to one thing, you tell me, if we did not have a lot of time, we met on a train, and you tell me one thing that you've learned, I need to watch out if I want to get where you are. All of them said one answer. We used to think it's work ethic, guy, focus, wake up early, have quality networks. Those things are all in the package when you study the psychology of millionaires, psychology of success. They compact towards find your niche, thing that beats in your heart, and then grind at it, let it kill you.
Okay.
They talk things like, spend more time finding your route. Don't take off just because other guys have taken off.
Yeah.
Stay there until you know where is your yang. When you take off, where is your heartbeat? Don't work from your head. Your head is bright and is only a tool. It's supposed to follow your heart. Your heart knows the direction.
Yeah.
If it doesn't cause your juices run, you won't succeed at it. You'll be burnt out. What doesn't run your juice excite you, don't work at it. It will tire you. How many people are doing lucrative jobs and they're not inside of them?
Many.
They're waiting for weekends to go and rest and eat meat, frustrated to go back on Monday. They hate it. It's not in their heart.
Yeah.
Or it used to be in their heart, they've outgrown it, but they're too comfortable to change. Your heart also tells you when it's time to move on.
Yeah.
The cloud used to pitch camp, then lift. Lift. You have a similar cloud that tells you when to be here. Kadesh Barnea, we camp here. Now we cross. Now we rest here. Your destiny is not a straight path. It's like a river. There are places you are turning. And then the gravity is down at the ocean, but the path you are using, it's guiding you.
Yeah.
Many people started the right place, but they stayed past the season, past the right season, because making a change is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Leaving a salary, risking. They do not have faith to do it. So this guy was surprised because all of them did not use those things. Although he had read many books. They say, watch who you marry. Very unexpected.
Watch who you marry.
Yes. If you just jungle those things you have in your head that have made you. I know there are many. But what is the one contributing factor? Watch who you marry. And then he said, why? Say, because even if this person does not become a business partner to make the money increase quickly, they become the person who encourages you when you're about to give up, when you're discouraged. They either hold you up. And if they're the wrong person, they break you down when you're already down. And you lose many battles privately. You'll be held back privately. Decide on lifestyle before you go dating, so that you don't break up when money comes. People break up when money comes because they did not decide what to do with the money. Somebody money is a fuel for mission. Now that money is now the room to philander, to meander, to enjoy, to work around. And they can't come home. You can't even control them as long as you have money. They have paid the bills. What are you asking? You should just be satisfied. You thought every surplus money should go to our future. You thought every surplus money should go to the project. You thought you are here to change lives. You have a charitable passion, and you thought every other coin should go to charity. They are not thinking like that. So the second decision, so the first decision is lifestyle. Brahma, think about lifestyle. Even if you're marrying a girl from well-to-do, many people from well-to-do are not well-to-do themselves. You know, we poor people, we respect rich people too much. So because it's a child of a government minister, you think that she's also rich mentality. No. Sometimes your own poverty is a better motivator.
Poverty is my own motivator.
I've seen that contrast. You see, because I came from poverty, I can't marry a person. It's the image, it's not the background.
Yeah.
Some of these kids, the parents took them to healthy environments. They built better homes, but the child does not have that. The child has the valuables, not the values, to make wealth. And some parents, they parent wrongly. They give children everything they did not get. They don't teach the child everything they did not learn.
Right.
Don't give the child the valuable. Give them the values.
Values, yeah.
It's what you invest in them that will bubble throughout life. Don't just invest for them.
True.
There's a place for materials, but there's a place for the things that make life materialize.
Yeah.
You give them a car, it's good, but teach them how to buy cars, how to earn, buy cars. And I told you, I know we have parented well when our dream car is our children's first car.
Okay.
That's how I'll give you a tick.
Yeah.
The car you're hoping to buy when you get the money. You know, you drive other things before you get the money. Before you get the money, you drive anything. Bro, umekuja nani something nimekuja tu na kitu kingine hapa. So sometimes you drive things. That level of your dream, it's when your child is marrying. That's the category of a car I want you to hand him.
All right.
This is a car, this is a house, guys. Go start life. I wish you well. That's the kind of gift I want us to give our children. Not the way we married ourselves, paying fair for your parent. And giving them pocket money. And pay lodging for them. And a taxi. And food. Let's flip the script.
Yes.
Tell your partner that the lifestyle I want is when my children are studying, they're looking universities across the world. Because money is not a problem. I will have been investing in the education policy for the previous 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
And the education policy is for university, not for secondary school. And they know their account can sustain it. I have assets, properties, standing up places. This is for your education. But if you screw up, you will not do that for your child. Watch what I'm doing for you.
Yeah.
And one day you'll be seated where I'm seated. Will you be with regret or with rejoice? It's the discipline that brought me here. It's the patience with money. The second decision I want you to make before you go to marriage. You know, we were taught something and we thought it's an exaggeration, so we ignored it for a while. That 80% of your happiness and 80% of your career success will depend on your relationships, not your technical skills.
Okay.
In college, they taught you a lot of radio, skills, diction, articulation, gesticulation. They taught you a lot of technical things.
Which is true.
And they made you believe if you master this, you're good.
You're good. Yeah.
They called people skills soft skills. Soft. As if these ones are hard, those ones are soft. Those ones are dispensable. It's like, okay, during your free time, you can learn how to get along with people. That's how it was meant to look like.
Yeah.
In reality, they came to know they should have emphasized people's skills more. You lose your job not because you could not perform, but because you can't get along with the boss. We no longer quit jobs, we quit people.
You quit people.
We don't join jobs nowadays, we join people.
Yeah.
They omitted the axle on which your life will hang. The decision I want you to decide, the second decision before you go to searching for a partner, is the decision about people, and it has semi-categories. One is your family, in-laws, how close they should come to you. You're going to marry a person who is communal and they are not individuated. They're dragging their family everywhere they go, and they think that's where they have safety because they grew up as a group, as a community with the cousins. They call each other brother. You know, people like Zealand, they don't use cousin, they use sister, brother. So they have 20 brothers, 30 sisters. And because you're married Brahma, who is the oldest among the cousins and is the patron among the cousins, and he has 28 mentees. They don't even use uncle. They use baba mdogo. They don't even use grandpa. That's like the dad. Some communities are still so communal. It's a good culture. It was for protection, to feel like a group safety, to look out for each other. It was a group thing to help us. But if you don't individuate, the marriage will be impossible. There'll be interference. There'll be lack of. I've seen people being torn apart when everything else is working, except how you must accommodate your two sisters. Those are in college and they have an attitude. And that brother who does not flush the toilet. The other one who eats all the food comes here to devour. You have to multiply your cooking by 10 because he has arrived. And the other one who taught your child to watch bad things. Make your decision about relationships, people. How? And make that a subject in your conversations. I come from a clan myself. Some people come from families, others come from clans. My nuclear family is not nuclear. If I only take the nuclear. So for me, it was a matter of survival. If I were to conduct an opinion poll among all my 10 siblings, the immediate siblings, whether this girl I'm trying to marry, how you feel about her, I would never get married. I would never get married. Now, if I go to the step family, now in Africa we step. So if I went to the step, it would be total mayhem. So, what if I was careless about decisions about how I relate to my family? What kind of distance and individuation? In Africa, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Decide it. What role will which people play in your life? The other decision about relationships is who is feeding you? Who are you listening to? Yeah. Who are you discussing life with? If somebody is still discussing life with their mother, and I'm not saying we should discard our parents, and that we do. Some parents are friendly, they help you, relate, you journey with. But if a person has no boundaries with their parent and they have to discuss your nakedness with their mother, although you have liked her, she's so lovely, all those blah, 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 people keep describing, she's charming, she understands me and encourages me, but she talks with her mother 4 times a day, that's a child. She has not individuated.
Okay.
The way I can put this is, check the person's individuation from their family, how healthy they are, whether they have independent mind to make decisions. If somebody is still driving in parks, in groups of girls, to go drinking in Kitengela, and they cram to themselves in one of their friends' houses and they've been drinking the whole weekend, she still has a hangover. And she's 28. Is she 28 or 18?
Look at that.
Some people are still tied in their groups. But during work time, she behaves. Many of you meet, you date people during work time when they're at their best behavior. Be careful. Be careful.
During work time?
Be careful.
Best behavior.
People behave at work because of money, not because of you. Please stop imposing yourself thinking you are the reason people are behaving. This is survival. You thought it is romance. Some of these people are forever drunk. They're just waiting for the week to end.
Honestly, it is true.
The behavior you see at work is not always sincere. It's forced by circumstances. They need the salary.
To go drink on a Friday.
And the work code says you must smile.
Yes.
It's a forced smile. Some even sing along as you pray and sing chorus. There's no other place they sing. It's a workplace fellowship. This girl is godly. I like the way she sings. When money is at stake, people behave at work for survival. Be careful. So dressing is dictated by the work. the expression, the punctuality is dictated. It's all about money. Stop taking what you see too seriously.
Yeah.
You can only differentiate whether a person is sincere when the pressure is removed on a random Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Now, on a day that there is no pressure from the employer, that's their true colors. And if you marry them, that's the animal you will live with.
I like that, Benjamin. Powerful. And Benjamin, I really want, we are running short of time. I really want these guys to actually get that personalized attention. I have a privilege and I thank God for that because you whip me on a daily basis. That's what I take.
Iron sharpens, we are sharpening each other.
Exactly.
We must keep sharpening each other.
Exactly.
Yes.
I want these people to come and listen to, especially the singles, because Valentine is just around the corner, and most of them are settling with bad behavior. Because we got ourselves at the workplaces, we thought that is the best version of themselves. So we settled by that, not knowing that we need to get them on a Saturday evening when there is no pressure.
I would be happy if people chat me on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You'll give me the contact. As you also mentioned Mark Dento. Some guys have sponsored us to mention a few things. Mm-hmm. But you've made me remember that some people don't know that they have a weakness. They have a healthy vulnerability.
Yeah.
Are you aware that your eyes are delicate? That's the time you should arrange how you're going to live with your eyes. Otherwise, you'll lose them. Remember, whatever you mismanage, you lose. Mm-hmm. You inherited an hereditary weakness in your knees. And you're still jumping there saying kamati ya chini.
Okay.
And your generation, all of them, they have been using crutches by the time they're 50. Mm-hmm. And you're here jumping. You have arthritis that is running across. Mm-hmm. For me, I learned that my parents, it was the weakness, my dad had knees that were delicate. Mm-hmm. So I started studying about arthritis that is mild, mm-hmm. It's coming like this. I could see diabetes on the other end. If you do not spend time on your own, you'll not learn those. Some people have delicate teeth and they should brush with a different kind of toothbrush. Mm-hmm. It may look like a small thing, but teeth affect your looks, affect your health, affect and all that. So 0701 299 333, that's my number. And Benjamin Zulu Global at Gmail. Mm-hmm. And also Benjamin Zulu Global on all the platforms. Yes.
Right, that is it, my dear listener. Get in touch with Benjamin. He's here to actually take you through. Some of us have that advantage. Why don't you get this advantage? Tap into this opportunity that I'm extending to you, my dear listener, to get in touch with Benjamin. You are going to get this personalized attention, and you are gonna be happy at the end of the day. He's here to inspire you. He's here to journey with you, and that is why he has that particular activity or event, the conference that is actually planned for you. Get in touch with you. Benjamin Zulu KE at gmail.com. Benjamin Zulu Global, that is on social media. Get in touch with him, Bwana Benjamin. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
I'm looking forward to next week with us. We're going to continue talking about it. Parents, Benjamin is here. He can talk to your child. He has written books. Why don't you get in touch with him? Benjamin Zulu Global on Facebook and other social media social media pages, and you are going to get in touch with him, and he's gonna take your son or your daughter through all these things. Thank you so much, Benjamin. See you again next week, God willing.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.